Welcome back to HU16 News. I'm Grant Clemens filling in once again for Dalton Allen, and here's what's happening in the world of sports. The Bison baseball team was on fire over the weekend. Harding traveled to Ada, Oklahoma to take on East Central in a 3-game series. Game 1 on Friday was a hit fest for the Bisons. They had 16 hits in the game and scored 12 runs. Harding blew the game open with a 5-run seventh. The Bisons had 4 hits in the inning, including a 2-run Miles Humphrey single and an RBI double from Luke Vandover. Bradshaw won his second straight start, allowing only 2 runs on 9 hits over 6 innings. He has given up only 3 walks in 28 2/3 innings this season. Michael Krisman had his third 3-hit game of the season and scored a season-high 3 runs. Kelly had his first 3-hit game of the season and drove in 3 for the first time this year, which led the Bison to a 12-2 victory. And in games 2 and 3, they were also a hit fest. Harding had an 8-3 lead in the game in Game 2, but East Central used 2 hits and 5 walks to score 5 in the bottom of the 7th and tied the game. Neither team scored again until the top of the 10th when Harding plated 6 runs. Cody Smith hit a 3-run dinger in the 10th inning, and Owen Martin had 2-run triple. Ryder Yackel pitched 3 2/3 innings, allowing only 1 hit and striking out 5 to earn the win. Logan McCall started and went 5 innings with 3 earned runs allowed, and he recorded 8 strikeouts as the Bisons went on to win Game 2 by a score of 14-8. And then finally, in Game 3, Harding scored all of its runs with 2 outs in an 8-4 victory, scoring 3 runs in the 3rd and 5 in the 7th. Harding blew the game open in the 7th. Krisman reached on an error, allowing Brendan Parrott to score from 3rd. Humphreys drove in 2 runs with a single, and Kelly doubled in 2 more. Ty Hecker pitched all 7 innings for Harding and allowed 3 earned runs on 8 hits. He struck out 5 and walked just 2. They have now won 6 straight games. Well, the Harding baseball team is off to a great start this season, and they are tied for second in the conference at 6-3, and they are 13-5 overall, thanks in part to their new assistant coach. The Harding baseball team entered December with Coach Andy Schatzley as the assistant coach, but not too long after the month began, they were informed he'd be heading to coach a minor league baseball team. This left Coach Patrick McGaha's team with a vacancy on the staff, and he had to begin his search of a new coach.
Bleeds black and gold, loves the program. I thought enough of him to offer him a graduate assistant job after he'd finished playing here. Did a great job for us last year. Very, very good with scouting reports and really meticulous with helping us place our defenders where we want them to be against certain hitters, and just does a really good job. But knows the program inside and out, knows our philosophy. And so it just was a no-brainer that he was the guy I'd wanted to bring at Christmas when Coach Schatzley decided to leave.
McGaha loved the spirit and leadership former player and grad assistant Zach Beasley brought to the team.
Fights hard, set the tone in the weight room. Was just a quiet leader, doesn't say a whole lot, but when he does say something, people listen. And so
Beasley's passion for baseball left him with no doubts when the offer came his way.
I just said yes, absolutely, and we just talked for a little bit longer about, what all would go into the job and all the things like that. And then there was never any hesitation at all. I knew that's what I wanted to do.
He had a passion for baseball from a young age, but his love for coaching grew throughout his life.
I've always loved the game. My dad, I attribute a lot of that to my dad. He's a sports fan in general, but baseball is definitely his big love. And so, there's videos of me before I could even walk, sitting in a diaper in our living room, hitting balls off the tee with my dad. He just kind of instilled in me the love for the game and the love of playing the game the right way from a young age.
Coach Beasley has his own coaching style, and he appreciates McGaha's support.
Coach McGaha's always been really good about giving his assistants some rope and giving them some pull, and I think it goes a long way with team chemistry and everything else because it lets us as assistants kind of it lets us be ourselves.
The relationship between the coaches isn't a traditional one, however.
This is the first time I've had a former player coach for me, other than a graduate assistant, but actually be a full-time assistant on my staff. And so, it's one of those deals where it's not, buddy-buddy where we're, hanging out all the time.
Beasley is looking forward to a long coaching career, and he believes this job will take him to his overall goal.
I definitely plan on being here for a while. I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. But, I do think the ultimate dream would be to one day be a college head coach somewhere.
Harding is off to a great start this season and are pleased they were able to find such a great fit to the staff. For HU16 Sports, I'm Grant Clemens. Well, the baseball team will take on Williams Baptist tomorrow in a 7-inning doubleheader. First pitch is at 3 p.m. at Jerry Moore Field here in Searcy. From the baseball diamond to the softball diamond, the Lady Bisons had a rough start to the conference schedule last week, going 0-4, but were able to bounce back this weekend as East Central came to town. Hannah Jones hit a 3-run home run in the first game and a solo home run in the second game to lead the Harding softball team to a doubleheader sweep of East Central and Great American Conference action Friday at the Harding University softball field. Harding won 6-2 and 4-2 in game one. Harding had 10 hits. It was the third time this season the Lady Bisons had 10 or more hits in a game. Kendall Trammell went 3 for 3 at the plate. Hannah Jones and Bradley Fringa each had 2 hits, and Jenna Hipp got the win for Harding in a 4 innings of work. She gave up 2 earned runs and had 3 strikeouts. Emma Dwyer got the save in 3 innings. It was her second save of the season. She gave up 1 hit and had 3 strikeouts. In game 2, Harding had 2 hits coming from Hannah Jones and Amanda Fields. Aiden Nichols got the win for Harding to improve to 4-3. She pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 earned runs, and had 8 strikeouts. Emma Dwyer once again came in and got the save for Harding. It was her third of the season. She pitched 2 scoreless innings, didn't allow a hit, and had 1 strikeout. On Saturday in Game 3 and 4, the Lady Bisons continued to be dominant. They swept the Great American Conference doubleheader over East Central thanks to a 2-run rule games. Harding won 8-0 and 9-1. Both were 5-inning games. With Friday's win, the Lady Bisons swept the series against East Central, and Harding's last series sweep came at home to Northwestern Oklahoma last season. In Game 3, Jenna Hipp got the win for Harding and improves to 3-4. She threw 4 scoreless innings, and Emma Dwyer pitched 1 inning and gave up 1 hit and had 1 strikeout. Aiden Nichols got the win for Harding and improves to 5-3. She went 4 innings and struck out 4. Emma Dwyer got the save and in 1 innings of work. It was her 4th of the season. Harding improves to 11-9 overall and 4-4 in the GAC. East Central fell to 3-12 overall and 0-8 in the GAC. The Lady Bisons will take on Southeastern Oklahoma this weekend in a 4-game series beginning at 1 p.m. on Friday in Durant, Oklahoma.